Hey everyone, welcome to 8-Bit Entertainment, or welcome back. Today we're just doing a little video upload slash stream slash this video will be a stream first, but it's just, this isn't the trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3 on there right now, but I am showing the new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3. And we're going to do a little review after, but I thought I'd start it out with my little live setup so I can either watch with you guys and you can comment on your it with your remarks while you're here. And I thought that'd be fun, and it's a nice little setup. You know, the only thing that's a lie out of all of this is that is not true. It's not Kingdom Hearts 2. It is Kingdom Hearts 3. So without further ado, let's get into the video. And I'll probably pause my voice just so you have better sound watching it. Let's load it up. Okay. Screw it, I'm putting the mic on. He's falling, he's going great. Look at that. So fluid. Changing fucking blade. I'm so excited for this. I should put spoilers in the title because this is gonna be spoilers for Kingdom Hearts 2 and everything else. Oh my god.
久しぶりだってのに随分な挨拶じゃねえか。
あんたらに関わってうまくいった試しがないんだよ。さあさあ、帰ったお帰りはあちらから。
好きにするがいいさ。ただし一つだけ教えておく。この世界に黒い箱はないかい？
黒い箱？
Which you would have found out about in Kingdom Hearts Key, that movie that came when Kingdom Hearts 2 came 8, but the prequel went for everything. There is a black box. This is so good. The magic. Just so getting for it. I've already watched this a couple times before this. Different modes to transfer back from different things. We've seen this scene. So excited. This game has been so long. Few spoilers here.
呼び戻すというのだ。ロクサスを復活させるということは、ソラ、お前は結局闇の力を使うのか。
Ba ba ba. So excited for this game. So yeah, we'll actually get a new trailer July 15th, which is awesome. Present a new world and a new trailer. So there's no way that it's coming out this year. Like, there probably would have been word of a final trailer if they were going to come out like fourth quarter of this year, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to be the case. I should probably turn, I just had my old Kingdom Hearts 2 thing on for like background sort of thing. Yeah, so stoked on that. There's so much we can review about that. Truthfully, I have it already sort of loaded up here. Get rid of that, and I could probably fucking snug that over that white thing. That's really annoying. Yeah, freaking, there's so much in that trailer. So you always have that little, like, you know, don't assume you're blah 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 blah. We have him freaking falling, so that's the like vertical elements to Kingdom Hearts 3 that they're gonna put in. You know, who knows how high exactly the freaking levels are gonna be, but as you can see from here, he's just jumped from somewhere, and he's just, this is just gameplay. This is just you wandering around and being like, I'm gonna jump off, who knows, Cloud Atlas, you know, Zeus's palace. Just go for it. Like, you could already see a little platform above you that he could have landed on. I'm gonna stop that and see if I can grab it. Nope, he's already way gone past the script. So yeah, the level of depth and vertical freaking physical environment is going to be amazing. You know, the amounts of enemies and Keyblade transformations. So we've already seen a bunch of Keyblade transformations from Birth by Sleep. They use their Keyblade to make a mode of transportation. That's actually how they made it through the worlds. They just traveled on their sword. And I guess that was like one of the main type of Keyblade transformations. The other ones we've seen from the trailers of Kingdom Hearts 3, Sora's changed his sword into like a gun. This seems to be a sort of just like one-off attack thing. I'm not sure. It doesn't feel like you'll just always be able to keep those fists out. Like, go back there. Yeah, it seems like it's just gonna be like a one-off, maybe, you know, ability to use in your Keyblades. You still have your shot lock, which was introduced in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Correct me if I'm wrong. May have been earlier. Wow, I'm actually getting buffering in the video show. This is the only way I can figure out without editing, because my editing program is being a pain in the ass to pause it and show you guys. You have your partner attacks. You got Pete, who is introduced as a bad enemy from Kingdom Hearts 2. He's making his reappearance here with Maleficent. Wow, is my video like just super laggy right now? Sort of looks like my webcam is, and I'm like, ha, who, he, hey, ho. I could be wrong, but it sort of looks like that. Yep, I'm ha, he, who, hey, and hoen. That's hilarious. Fuck me. Emir, T, welcome. It's really funny. Well, then, you know, you can laugh at that with me. I don't really care. I just find that amusing. If anything, I could, I don't know, redo this whole sort of thing and try to do word for word. Kingdom Hearts coming 2017 or 2018? Well, Emir, you know, it doesn't look like it's going to be coming out at the end of this year, just because we did get a little announcement at the end of this trailer that it's coming July 15th. So that does tell us, though, that you know, they're working on it. They finished Final Fantasy 15. I know they're working on a Marvel project, actually, currently. Square Enix is. I always try to call them Squaresoft, but Square Enix. So they are busy, but, you know, this right here says that they are, you know, busy working on this. They have a new world to show us, which means it's not just going to be like, you know, more of Tangled or Olympus. I don't even know what to call the Tangled world, just Tangled. So it's probably going to be 2018 by the look of it, especially with, you know, the amount of detail they're putting into, like, the fluidity of the attacks, like the magic there. It's just pretty, you know, so they're taking their time working on this game, for sure. You'll also see in the bottom left corner, or above the play button, there is like gauges for your magic attacks. You got your Thundara, you have your, should actually have to like move this screen so I can see better. Okay, if your Bizarra, your, oh, Thundaga, no, it's Thundaza, it doesn't look like a G, Thundaza, and Firaza, maybe there's a, like, the strongest of the spells. So maybe Blizzaza? Like, I've heard of, you know, Blizzard, Blizzaga. Was Firaza? Like, no, it's Fire, Fyra, and Firaga, which was like the 3 steps of spells. So maybe they took it further in this game, and now they got Firaza and Thundaza. Or maybe it's just a bad, like, localization of the, because again, they're still working on this game. It's not coming out in the next couple months, so they could end up being, you know, the normal Thundaga, Firaga, Blizzaga, all the Ga spells we know. But according to this little screen here with the Zaz, we may have another level of magic in this game, and with the, you know, beautiful attacks they're putting out there, I wouldn't doubt it. So this could be Firaza, and it's just, absolutely beautiful because it's the next fourth in spells. Either way, it's a pretty powerful fire spell because it's not just fire. So that's where you're getting a lot of the effects from, I imagine, but it's still looking absolutely beautiful. You get your wind, your arrow attack. So this, that doesn't look like a normal lightning spell to me. Thunder, or Thundaga, or Thundera. Like, that looks like a whole new thing, and that, again, Birth by Sleep introduced those, was it Birth by Sleep? No, maybe it was Dream Drop Distance. Yes, started with the, wow, there's been so many games, it's been so long, I'm forgetting which came first, that introduced the class systems to the Keyblade. So if you see in the corner there now, he has the counter shield, looks to be like class on, and is using that ability of. He also pops into a couple other new things here. It does look like he's switching between them a couple times, but he is in like a second form, which is very similar by doing that as the changing into your master form, valor form, all the forms from Final Fantasy, from Kingdom Hearts 2. So I imagine that will be very similar to that. Instead of, valor, final, blah, 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 you're going to have like second form, third form. And I imagine they will be specific on possibly the way you play. Maybe they'll let us sort of customize our forms according to our play style, because I know a lot of people from the Kingdom Hearts 2 days preferred the magic form. I didn't even use it much, so I can't even remember the name. Mystic or something it's called, where you're shooting out of your Keyblade magic and like floating around. I prefer two Keyblades. That's just me. I fucking love the two Keyblades. So maybe there will be some customization, because you see he still has the second form on here, but it just looks like he bursted into like almost another form of it or something. You see there was a blue second form. I gotta go back like a millisecond for this. Blue second form, and then you go a little second further, and he transforms it or something. He changes that aspect of the form. So I do believe there will be some customization to it, as they're both second form, but just different types of it. And it's, looking great. You got, I forget what that attack was called. That has been in previous games before. You've got your, sliding around on, railings and whatnot here. So I can imagine you're going to have most of the mechanics from Dream Drop, where you're like spinning around on poles and whatnot, doing flips, flying through the air. It's sort of, you get a little bit of the mechanic right there when he's like bouncing around on the Titan here from Hercules. And just the scale of that, is absolutely phenomenal. And just the wall running there. So yeah, there looks to be a lot they've put into thought with the train and the vertical aspect of it, where it won't just be, in between boss battles, like during boss battles, as we've seen from trailers. You've seen him running up the thing before, but I guess there's possibilities where you're just going down and up and down and up if he's knocking you off. It wasn't just like a scene running up to the boss. Like, that's him running around on the freaking wall is an aspect of this game. Like, that was, maybe he's just part of this huge, we're getting into more spoilers here, part of a huge arena, and they include this vertical aspect in the arenas. So from this, we know it wasn't just like a little cutscene going up to the Titan. He's got some mobility, and he has some movement to the vertical around the boss fights, which are great. Man, I can just go off here. So, like, huge spoilers. I really should update that right now while I'm talking to everyone, to just put spoilers on the video, because, it just should be pretty obvious. Like, if you haven't played the other Kingdom Hearts game, that there's going to be spoilers. But so we're getting into a scene here from Kingdom Hearts 2. This is actually Twilight Town. Am I naming that correctly? And we have Xemnas and Ansem, and they're both, strung out in their Organization 13 cloaks, even though so many spoilers. So from Birth by Sleep, no, from Dream Drop Distance, one of the Ansems, there was a bunch of time traveling and shit, and he essentially went around and got all the Ansems, like 13 Ansems, or at least forms of them. I'm pretty sure there's like Zigbar is still there, and another buddy or two from the original organization, but they have, Xemnas' like soul within them, so they're essentially a copy of Xemnas. Anyone that has yellow eyes is a copy of Xemnas at this point. So, he went back in time, fucked around, he grabbed Ansem, as you can see here in the picture, and Xemnas, and whenever Xemnas was alive. And, this is the culmination of what they're trying to do, at least a glimpse of what they're trying to do, where they're talking to Sora here, originally where Roxas gave up his life for Sora to sort of come back to a year later, after he was sleeping. And they were already, no, this isn't even the part about the black box. I'll go back and mention the black box thing. So Sora already knows about Roxas. Shouldn't have existed. He knows what nobodies are. We know Sora wants to save everyone. Mickey's already been out there and been like, hey, Sora, you're the key to the, he sent that note at the end of like Kingdom Hearts 2 in the bottle, huge spoilers, was saying, save everyone. So he's on a mission to fucking save everyone. We all know this. So he's back at the original Twilight Town, and you've got Xemnas and Ansem, are still kicking around because they've all formed a buddy Ansem, twin trio thing. And here we get Xemnas going into, a lot of what's been sort of delved into with Riku in Kingdom Hearts 1 near the end, and Chain of Memories with Riku, quite a bit actually of Chain of Memories with Riku, which I still have to do a playthrough of. I have beat Chain of Memories, so I unlocked it. I just am still to do it. But Riku conquered his darkness. He had this whole thing where he like fought with Ansem in him, and he like, that's how like Riku was Ansem in Kingdom Hearts 2. He has that look of Ansem because he conquered that darkness in him, which was an embodiment of Ansem, right? So now we have Xemnas here bugging fucking Sora, saying, hey, are you going to fucking call upon your darkness? We're getting a bit of lag time here. No, it skipped. So we know that it's definitely a possibility. It's not just from Riku too. We had a lot of it in Birth by Sleep with Terra, or Terranort, whatever the hell you want to call him. So there's been a lot about touching upon, the darkness and whatnot. So we're going to get a lot of, I imagine, Sora fighting whatever his darkness was, which will be interesting because, he shares so much, like he shares his heart with so many people. And we've already seen somewhat of a dark form of Sora in the embodiment of Ansem, or the embodiment of Ansem, when Ventus's heart was ripped out of him. His evil half ended up looking like an evil Sora. So in that, aspect, Ventus has even dealt with, the darkness of his heart and whatnot. It didn't work out so well for him. Still to play the Birth by Sleep one, but I'm sure you can wiki or Google the right amount of information to find out. No, this is a review. What am I saying? So, freaking... Oh, well, there's a lot of comments I didn't even see, you guys. I'm sorry. Big Bad, the counter for the finisher, I was guessing 2019. Saw the trailer, guessing 2018. Yeah, if anything, we are all looking 2018 at latest. No, well, at the late 2018, at the earliest, we're going to see it. Don't expect to see it any earlier, just because they've been working on so... we got a little thing here that says, hey, we do have a new trailer and something we're working on, coming out July 15th. So they're still working on the worlds. They are still showing us bit by bit by bit. And, welcome first Pheasant and Bad Boy and Cian. Don't expect, don't hold your breath to see it anytime this year for sure, or early 2018. But Abigad says the wisdom and the finishers were the like modes and whatnot. And it's great to see Pete back. So, you know, he was just a great bad guy. Frickin' comedy, sort of light-hearted evil to the universe. So it's really cool to see him back. Maleficent, you can never seem to kill Maleficent. You know, she just always finds her way back. She's been in like every single fucking Kingdom Hearts game that I can think of. More or less. So we got, you know, a bunch of the classics back, and yeah, we got to see a little more of the Keyblade transformations and the I missed that there, and like the scale of, come on, load up, and the vertical scale of the, no, I'll start from higher there, the vertical scale of the levels. I don't know, it's looking good, you know, it's on its way, it's gonna be a while still. So again, don't hold your breath, anyone, but we do have, you know, quite a bit to look forward to, because it does look like they're working hard on it. I'm really excited for the Keyblade transformations too. Wow, this is horrible. There we go. Yeah, you know, who knows how many you can unlock and whatnot. We've already seen the gun. We've seen, this is a new one. It's like a lightning sort of something. Who knows? Looks beautiful. Loving it. I think we've generally gone over everything. The Titans, the somewhat new second forms, which are going to be really interesting to see, you know, how those are, you know, how those aspects fit into the fighting mechanics and whatnot, because they're not just the normal like wisdom master forms, as freaking it is the same break into it, but they would just call it wisdom or master if it was one of those. And yeah, you know, the counter shields, again, you've got your like affiliated attack styles like everyone had in Birth by Sleep back into the game. You know, the movement from Dream Drop Distance. It's really everything culminated into one. I guess the last thing that I have to mention too before I go is, you know, they are looking for a black box. They're mentioning in this trailer Maleficent and Pete. So we don't know if that's, you know, if they're against us, if they're for us. But they are looking for the black box that was first shown in the Kingdom Hearts Key or X or whatever you want to say movie that came out with 2.8, which was dragged away into the distance by the Master, I do believe. No, was it the Master, or was the Master's apprentice that told him to take care of the black box and hold on to the sword? I apologize. The Master disappeared, and the Master's apprentice, which was like the odd one out of the like 4 or 5 guardians in cloaks back in the original Key, was told by his master that, you know, he had to hold on to this sword and this black box. And then the Master left and said, and thanks, like, you did a good job, by the way. And he goes, you know, what are you saying? You just gave it to me. And he goes, yeah, but you know, you did it. Like, you've succeeded in this, and I can trust you with this, because that's, in that sword, that eyeball over there, yeah, that's mine. And I can essentially see in the future now, because you carried that sword and took it and always, you know, kept it with you as you told me to. So the book I wrote of Revelations that everyone's freaking out about the future is something I wrote that I saw, sort of thing. So yeah, good job. And then the Master disappears. And so this blade that I do believe that was shown last was either in the hands of Xehanort and or Xemnas. I have to see if Xemnas was... No, Xemnas had the blade. Xehanort had the sword. So anytime you see a Keyblade with an eye in it, it's also shown in one of the trailers for Kingdom Hearts 3 hanging above the doorway, was passed down through the generations of masters to be told to carry around, and that's like the original Master's eye, like looking at the future. And he told this dude to also carry around a black box, but never open it. You know, the symbol on the black box wasn't very distinctive in the original trailer. It was just a black box, like a red circle with some sort of symbol in it, very spiky, very, you know, organization, even Axel-like, but like styled. But yeah, he said, you know, you're never allowed to look at it, but you have to carry it like forever. So for some reason, Maleficent and Pete are searching for this. Myself, I feel like it's his heart and or body, because freaking you can't travel through time with like your current body. You have to like leave your body. It was sort of explained in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance when Ansem gathered all of his people, and it was like, yeah, like couldn't do that if you didn't have like a person there to find, and like, you know, so a body to go into or something, and like a spirit to travel there, but you have to like couldn't bring your body with you. So I feel like somehow he like stored a part of him in that body, so he's still alive now or whatnot. Like his plans are working because essentially this dude's carrying around this black box that no one's opening, and yeah, we don't know what the fuck it is really. There was no hints to it or anything. I'm just trying to put it together from all the information we've been told, especially about traveling through time and all. Like, it's hard to put together information when they drop the time travel bomb on you. It's like, okay. So, yeah, you know, if you're new to the stream or video and you're popping in later, just check out the beginning for the full video of the brand new trailer that just came out on the 10th of freaking June. So yesterday, I guess. I didn't even see it in the morning, so I'm just getting set as soon as possible. And that's essentially, you know, everything. We will see another freaking trailer. When the hell are we gonna see the new trailer? July 15th, and a new world. So that'll be fucking awesome. But it still shows that, yeah, you know, they're not just being like, here, and final trailer, July 15th, or then we know the game is like coming out soon. Nope. You know, cross my fingers, end of 2018, but I'm not holding my breath. And with that, I guess we'll finish this as, yeah, you know, that's more or less all the main points to the new Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. So glad this came out. Yay. E3 and, you know, summertime is just the greatest for video game information of the new year. So cross your fingers we hear more good news other than just a new world, and well, yeah, there's gonna be a trailer, but hopefully the trailer will give us some more news, like maybe a date. Fuck, wouldn't that be wonderful? Yeah, I'm done. Don't hold your breath, anyone. So thank you all for watching. I'm glad I did a little review summary. This is actually my first one, so hey, if you liked it, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, give a thumbs down. Either or, super appreciated. Or if you liked the fucking video and want to see more awesome Kingdom Hearts stuff, as I will be doing it like all the time, as I love Kingdom Hearts, yet I've never done a review. Hit that big red button of subscribe. It will let you know when all future videos are out, or at least should. If you like really want to know, you can hit the bell too. I warned you. So either way, thank you all for stopping in, and yeah, have a wonderful morning, day, or night, wherever or whenever you are, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.